Fantastic. Thank you, Tiffany. So happy Saturday, everybody. It's just so impressive to see all of you here. So good to see your smiling faces. Big congratulations to all of you, and thank you. So Liana and to the whole Paris WHO 2022 team, you guys did a fantastic job. Chris, as academic advisor to the team this year, thank you. And thank you again to our participants and speakers, all of you. You made it happen, and it's really been a tremendous success. I think that this topic is riveting. Is social media and public health friend or foe? What a complicated issue, and how tremendously important. I think that the ability to work effectively with the media, especially the social media, is critically important now. And, if we are going to effectively tackle current public health crises, emergencies, problems, and future problems, we are going to have to understand this really complicated stakeholder, which is so specialized, a filter through which all other stakeholders see the world. So for all of you, I think as leaders, you are developing through this simulation exercise, you are continuing to develop your leadership skills. And, this is in a way that you are developing the skills you're going to need in political savvy, negotiation, your communication skills, your ability to think strategically and systematically. And I also think through this simulation, your appreciation for cultural diversity and the power of teamwork. So I really urge you all to take the time over the coming weeks to reflect on the discussions you've had this week, and think a bit about the impressions that this has left and some of the lessons you've learned, and celebrate this big success. I really admire your work this week and throughout the semester on pulling this together. And on behalf of EHESP and the IU Fairbanks School of Public Health, I thank all of you for your participation. And once again, big round of applause and congratulations to you all. Over to you, team.
Thanks, Dr. Babich, for your kind words and the closing remarks. Right. So, likewise for me, I would really want to applaud all of you. I think to have taken out 3 of your precious weekends, right, to attend to this whole segment. So, and the other thing I really want to thank us as well is the organizing committee, right? So for all your dedicated hard work, you have really spent a lot more precious weekends in terms of planning, preparations, and now execution of the whole thing itself, right? And that, as what Dr. Babich has said, I think the experience would have been priceless, right, in that sense. So I'm not sure. So I'll say, well, I guess the final thing I'll leave with you, right, is probably a quotation I thought, as I thought through from today's section, right, is that there's really nothing in life to be feared. All right, the only fear is that if you don't understand them. And so now take the time to understand what's going on around us, and then we will all feel less from there. Right? So continue to seek the information you need, and that would help us define the truth within this whole complex environment. And that has been the perpetual strength of mankind itself. So let's just continue with that continuous effort to seek for the truth. So I'll pass the time over to Liliana.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for those kind words. Thank you, Professor Babbage, for being here this morning. Thank you again to Dr. Bogali and Dr. Brooks for waking up early and joining us, and for all of the participants, in fact, who've joined us in your different time zones and who've stuck with us over 3 weeks. We really appreciate you all. A special thank you to Christopher Lim, because he has been really instrumental in helping us to plan this event, giving us his advice and feedback, and just being, 100% supportive throughout the process. It's been a pleasure meeting you all. I didn't get to interact with everyone in each of the groups, but I hope that you've all formed connections, that you've all, had the opportunity to network, and that you'll stay in touch with each other. As Dr. Brooks said, as Dr. Bogali said, part of us learning is to continue to connect with one another, to seek out advice from different regions and different perspectives. And I think that this has taught all of us that, we uniformly came into this with not much knowledge on the topic, but we all uniformly agreed how important it was to to learn about it, to learn from each other, and to use that knowledge going forward in our future professions. So I think we have to remember, continue to keep up with those connections. That the website that we created will be available for 1 year, so you'll have the opportunity to look at all of the resources that we have for up to a year. You can reach out to anyone on the team through LinkedIn, through the website, or through email. We'll always be there to contact you guys. If you want to connect with one of our speakers for a particular reason, feel free to reach out to us for that as well. So thank you so much once again for your participation. I'll hand over as well to Hein for some final words. And we really appreciate you guys taking part in the last 3 weeks.